Mr. Fitness, baby! Boom!
Mr. Fitness 2.0 United States Navy. Timothy. Boom! What's going on, YouTube? Couple of things I wanted to put out today. Normally I love doing the recipe videos. Nutrition is my heart and soul. I love, recipe makeovers, making healthy dishes of things that would normally be considered unhealthy. But today I want to do a little bit of real talk. I want to put out a little bit more science-based information today. So you kind of know that I have the brains along with the brains in training along with the brains in nutrition. So you kind of know where I'm coming from. Just want to put something out there. Anyway, here we go. So I had a guy, the guy that lives next to the barracks room next to me, come to me the other day, and he was like, "Hey, so I heard you know a lot about nutrition." This and that. I was like, "Yeah. I've been doing a long time. And he's like, "Well, what's the best thing I can do to get a six pack?" And I was kind of explaining to him, it's a lot of nutrition and just to be consistent and everything, and it comes with time. But sparked an idea that something I really wanted to put out is, he was a young kid, probably maybe 20 years old, and there's a lot of young trainees out there. I would say, guys between the age of 18 and 24, say, that just get started in weight training, and they get too obsessed with the six-pack abs, the model, the Abercrombie model, Calvin Klein underwear model book, and so they literally deprive themselves and get literally OCD with it, and it starts becoming a big control factor in their life. And it's something I want to put out there, guys, is when you're a young trainee and you're between 18 and say 24, and you're in the prime time to make those gains, man. You're in prime time. Your hormone profile is as good as it's ever going to be. Your joints are young and healthy and elastic and big and strong, and your body is primed for growth. So take advantage of it. Those are the years that you can essentially build your foundation. If being an underwear model and having a six pack is a goal of yours, you have to keep in mind that you have to have enough actual muscle tissue underneath and enough muscle maturity and muscle density to actually even be able to see that kind of definition once you're lean enough, right? So my advice would be to take advantage of your young training years and focus on growth. Focus on progressive overload, progressive strength, where you're consistently adding weight to the bar, along with making sure you're eating enough calories, if not maybe even a slight caloric surplus, rather than being obsessed with the six-pack abs look. Because I can guarantee you, if I have two people, let's say two young trainees, let's say they're the exact same height, and one of them is 12% body fat and 185 pounds, fairly lean, but it's got a lot more muscle mass underneath. And I have another guy standing right next to him who's 7% body fat, but he's only 140 pounds. If these two guys are the same height, the guy who's 12% body fat and 185 pounds is going to look much better than the guy who's only 140 pounds but might be ripped with the six-pack abs look. And so focus on building that foundation when you're young and you've got the piss and vinegar to take advantage of it. Earmuffs, kids. That's it. So that would be my advice. You have to build that foundation before you can take your physique to that next level or wherever you want to take it. But just like if you're a carpenter, you're building a house or a building or something, you have to lay that slab, that concrete foundation of something to build on. So always remember that. Don't be too obsessed with the six-pack abs, and it's a lot of stigma, with the media and advertisements and billboards, and it gets in your head, and I can't say that I haven't ever been there. I've been to the point where I've been lean enough to have the six pack and all that stuff, and it's kind of like once you get there, and it's like, okay, wow, well, I did it. All right, now what? Honestly, I mean, my personal thing, I enjoy keeping my body fat slightly higher, like right around that 12% range, and carrying a little bit more lean mass than being too lean and you're restricting yourself, dietarily, and you actually, with clothes on, you look smaller, that kind of thing. If you're obsessed with, if you have the mentality that you want to look bigger and stronger, you look bigger and stronger when you're actually bigger and stronger. So that's it, man. Just a quick tip: don't be too obsessed with the six-pack abs. Progressive strength overload. That's it, and I'll link a couple of links in the description to a couple of good programs for progressive overload that I've talked about before. I'll put a couple links in the description. Jason Blaha has a great program. Starting Strength is a great program. Things for these young trainees to focus on. And that's it. And real quick, I get a couple of questions. Yeah, Mr. Fitness, why don't you ever have any training footage? Why don't you post any training footage? Unfortunately, guys, I train on board on the military base here on site, and filming around this military base will get you in a lot of trouble. So unfortunately, I wish I could. I can't really film a lot in the gym or anything like that. Just the nature of where my home, away from home, and training inside the military base and on the military base, I can't really get any training footage. But that's it. So that's why. All right. So let's put that out there. That's it. Mr. Fitness 2.0. United States Navy. 2 hours a day. Have a good day. Don't be too obsessed with the 6-minute abs. Build your foundation. Good progressive strength. And it will come with time, baby. Mr. Fitness 2.0. United States Navy.